G'day, mate, and welcome back to Capital Industry with me, Jetty. Last episode, we continued with our great quest of food, trying to get food not only delivered to the town, but processed along the way. We did slice off a little bit of corn to make sure we could keep up with the corn mash, because it's very important, very, very, very important that you keep up with your moonshine to supply. On top of that, we plugged in fertilizer to a couple of extra farms, and we ran a flat belt to make sure we could get all the vegetables all the way across the map. Now, today, I need to continue with that food quest because, well, we got to make sure that we don't have the food belt back up because we had the poop back up in the last episode. We did fix that, but all backups are a bad backup. So today, we need to get back into food processing. I need to cover, well, exactly how we're going to get all the food processed, make sure that it never backs up, and at the same time, probably provide the people with a couple of extra food choices. But before we get to any of that, I need to ask the most important question of all, and that is, can I borrow a like? Can I borrow a like whilst the ships ram into one another on the left-hand side of the screen? And if you're not happy with the ships ramming into one another, or you're not happy with the video, by all means, you can have your like back. And with that out of the way, let's get into today's episode. As always, at the start of every episode, I like to thank those that go above and beyond, those that choose to keep the dream alive, those that choose to support the channel. And today, we need to welcome a brand new YouTube member. We need to welcome Rogue. Rogue Cobra, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you for choosing to support the dream and support the channel. You are on your way to get upgraded. It's going to take you a while to get there because you're not exactly the fastest dude, and you're probably going to run out of fuel on the way. But that's okay. You're probably going to run out of fuel on the way back because you are the first upgrade as part of the rimming crew. We probably should have done these guys earlier, but I was a little bit concerned about, well, oil and diesel and a few other things. So we're leaving these guys till, well, a little bit later in the list. We haven't done any of the bottom diggy boys, nor the bottom trucks. We've just been doing the, well, mostly idle ones up at the top of the rim. Well, the upper rim. Yes, we've been doing those ones mainly first, but we do have the zigzag team fully upgraded now because they're super important, because I really need to make sure the zigzag is finished as soon as possible. What the hell are you guys doing? Making a mess. Okay. All right. First thing I need to do is, in the last episode, we went and flattened out this little area so I could plug fertilizer in this farm. And you know what I never did? I never plugged fertilizer in this farm. So we're going to take our two fertilizer pipes. I don't know which one's which. And can I rotate? Can I reach in there? Reach right in there. Yep. Rotate that and plug you into there and you into there. As always, you can't mix two fluids in a pipe, but you can mix them in a connector. So we're going to plug these two together. We're going to, well, get this farm up and running with fertilizer. It's cranked up to 120%, and we're going to upgrade it to a greenhouse. Mainly because it's one of the few that does vegetables, and we don't have a lot of vegetables. All right, other thing I want to do is I want to go through research. We are going to talk about wastewater treatment too, which is something we had to do last episode because, well, the poop backed up. So now we're running on the... delete the sands. Cool. We're running on the wastewater 2, well, the recipe, I guess you could call it, which is a little bit more efficient on the water. On top of that, we have vacuum desalination, which is these guys. I can now take steam depleted and run that through a desalinator, and the only place we have that is these guys. These guys output depleted steam, and where were we? Bring you back. And if I ran the steam through there, we get 8 water out of, well, positive 8 water. We get an extra 8 water out of this combination, which means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd get, what, 72 water? 72 positive water if I ran it through this system. It is a lot of desalinators, but water is one of those critical resources that is, it's not really hard to get. It's just energy expensive. So generally, I'd normally do this, but right at the moment we're running off, where are you? We're running off well, table water, I guess you could call it, bore water, groundwater. Yeah, and our water is, well, our water is fine. Also, last episode we had an issue with trucks and none of them being idle. Now I have 15 idle. Rubber's here. There's 600 rubber. Rubber here. You're full. In that case, we're going to untick that box. It's priority 14, so it's super low, but that should mean every truck that was idle 5 minutes ago should now not be idle. And I'm really hoping they go fill in this little area over here. Okay, that's not the area I was going for, but sure. Okay, so we've done this. No, we missed that tile. We've done that. We've sealed that off nicely. Cool, 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 cool. And there's a small hole here I wouldn't mind filling in. Yep. And I don't see any other trucks rolling across the map, so that's possibly a good sign. One idle. Oh, trucks are going this way. Where are you off to? You're doing that one tile. Okay. All right. Now, who controls that area? It is you. No, it is the leveling team, right? It is the leveling team. Okay, can I get the leveling team to go from here to here? Okay, I sort of want this filled in. Just a little bit. And we're now keeping up with that box. Well, that's a good sign. All right. Okay, so that's done. We've just researched solar panels. Solar panels. We're not going to spend a lot of time. We could look at solar panels in the future. They require solar cells, which requires solar cells. A little bit of steel, a little bit of silicon poly, and a little bit of glass for solar cells. And that'll give you 4 solar cells. You require 120 solar cells. And on a sunny day, you're going to make 128 kilowatts worth of power, which is not an awful lot. Really, really isn't a lot. But it does add up very, very quickly. Do you have to do a whole new dirt area? Can we finish the existing dirt area by any chance? Please? Please? Then you can start a new dirt area? Sheesh. Oh, hang on. You. Not dirt. You are dirt. Oh, you're not a... No, you are assigned that to that box. Okay. All right. Well, we're just going to make sure that they do this area first. All right. Zigzag has what? No. Zigzag. Zigzag. Home straight. Keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging. Yep, we're getting very, very close. And the team is, what? 5 mega excavators and 6 mega trucks. Hopefully, they can get through that reasonably quickly. All right. Next thing I need to do is food. So we have food coming through to here. It goes through a couple of balances, which then makes sure it goes in here. Also, we're filtering off both corn and potato. But I intentionally put in these balances here. I put in these balances here because I potentially... I'm going to have, well, a backup food situation. So I need to have you prioritize out to there and there. Also have you prioritize out to there and there. And then any excess food will get popped out the side, which we're going to put on a belt. We're going to deal with it in just a second. The other thing I need to do is I need to put in another bucket, which shall be... Hello? There. You are going to be for fruit and fruit and fruit. Cool. Fruit. All right. Food types. Let's take a moment and talk about food types. So I have access to, obviously, potatoes and corn. I don't have bread because we haven't planted any wheat yet. We don't have any fruit because I haven't planted any fruit yet. Snacks require, well, actually, potatoes and corn. Actually, snacks. Cooking oil. That's why we can't do them. Okay. Cooking oil, which we don't have access to. Cake requires flour, which comes from wheat, which we haven't planted. Tofu requires soybeans, which we haven't planted. So I don't have a lot of options for other food types. Fruit we could probably get to reasonably easy, but anything else we're going to require more farms. And actually, side note, I should be sending Mr. Shippy off to say hi to the neighbors. So what I want to do is, for the moment, I'm just going to grab our excess food. And then I need to do something with it. We're going to bring this around at height number 1. And we're going to bring it to here, to here, to that tile. Yep. No. To there, to there, to there. And we're going to stop you right there. Because I do... What? I went over by one tile, didn't I? Of course I did. I do need to leave room for potentially 2 more housing estates. Okay. That's about all the room we have along, well, this section. I really want to move the housing, but we're not quite ready in the crater yet for, well, this much space. I don't have this much space. I do if I move the captain's office, but then I'm going to be building on top of the iron and the copper even more, which I prefer to do. We are trying to clear space back here for it, but it's a challenge. It's a challenge and a half. Oh my god, that's full and that's full. How full is that bucket? Very much not full. Can I just quickly run a second belt? There, to there, to there, to there. Cool. Now I can dump twice as fast. Because they made short work of that. Okay, shipping battle we don't care about. Location explored. We found poppy seeds. Yay! Poppy seeds, can we bring back up the research? Are up here at the next tier of research. It's a medical 3 thing. We're not going to get to that anytime soon. Okay, so with that built, that should hopefully fix that problem. This fill area is... Well, I'd like you to do that one, but that's outside the zone, and that's outside the zone because I need to have this inside the zone. All right. Okay, more problems. All right, back to our food problem. So, I want to take my excess food. I want to run it around here. Okay, after I get my excess food around here, I need to do something with it. I need to do something with it to make sure it doesn't back up. And we have a couple of options. First option is waste management. It is the aromatherapy digester. Yes, where you can take your potato. You can take your vegetables, you can take your fruit, and you can take your wheat. Take all 4 of these food types. Also, eventually poppies. Where was poppies? Poppies also goes into the digester, and we can process them. And as we can see, we have fruit and veggies on one belt, also potatoes, wheat, and eventually poppies on the other belt. And we turn them into compost and fuel gas. Very, very good way of dealing with excess food. The other option goes into the mixer. The mixer that's great at mixing things. And if you mix up potatoes for long enough, or wheat for long enough, or corn for long enough, or even soybeans for long enough, you get animal feed. Animal feeds are great for feeding to animals. I just don't have any animals at this stage. We can get animals, but I don't have animals at this stage. I'm going to copy the recipes to there because the Mixer 2 just mixes faster. Yeah, very, very fast. There's a lot of animal feed with a lot of inputs per minute. Can we go back to Mr. Shippy? 470 I can kill? Yeah, I can do a 470. You're one ship at 610. I might be able to take it at 610. My score is only like 520, but I think we have longer range. We'll have to find out. I think everybody now is 610 or higher. All right, we'll have to do this one, and then we'll try a 610. All right, so we can put them in here and make animal feed. Now, animal feed needs to go off to animals. Animals, we have a chicken farm. This is probably where we put animals. So when we put in chickens, they require some animal feed plus some water, and they're going to give us eggs. Eggs we can feed to the people. Yay! On top of that, if we enable slaughtering, we get chicken carcasses. Now, chicken carcasses you can turn to meat, obviously, and you can turn your meat into sausages, because everybody likes bacon and eggs for breakfast. So this is going to be our plan. We just need to put all this together in some way where it all makes sense. On top of that, we're going to have to get some water in for these guys. And if I plant wheat in the future, we would also need to make a mill so we can turn the wheat into flour, and then also turn our flour into bread, which is more water. So this is something I need to keep in mind as well. So with our planned ingredients, at least, actually, can I move you to here? Can I build this out first? All right. We want a couple of chicken farms. In fact, I want an awful lot of chicken farms there. And can I also slide you up? Just remove that. Okay. Can I also put another 2 there? All right. Chicken farms. I like making a blueprint. Something that we can copy and paste and use several times. Remove that. All right. What I want to do is flat conveyors. We're going to start here. We're going to start here with chicken meat, it turns out. So we're going to run the meat out like that. We're going to join that there. We're going to run you to you to you and you to you. That's our meat solved. No, that is not our meat solved. That is entirely wrong, JD. Try again. Okay. You to there. Lots there. Cool. You to there. You to there. And you to there. Okay. A little bit of extra connectors and stuff, but that's fine because we need to get eggs on top. Can I just run you very, very long? Cool. And eggs. And eggs. And more eggs. Okay. So that is our eggs and that is our meat sorted. Okay. On top of that, I need to get in water and I need to get animal feed. So animal feed, if we've already used height 0 and height 1, I need to bring you up to height 2 and run our animal feed in over the top. Okay, animal feed I need to bring down here and plug into these guys, which we can use as just a normal slow build. Doesn't have to be anything faster. And if I plug that in there, that should be a connector on either side. And then I can do the exact same here. Now, that still leaves water. So water, we're going to go to height 3. Because that's really the only spot I have left, and run that right over the top. Cool. And then you guys use like 20 water each from memory. So I should be able to grab my pipe, keep you at height 3 till you get to here, then drop you down to the ground and click, and then bring you back one tile. It's a little bit of a weird pipe that it goes over the top like that, but it works. It works, and it keeps the footprint of the whole build as small as possible, which is good because chicken farms are massive. In case you didn't realize, they are gigantic. But it also means that I should have something that's fairly repeatable. So we should be able to put you. Let's go with here, and then if I wanted more, I could put more like so. Now that is a lot of chicken farms. That's 6 chicken farms. That's an awful lot of chicken meat and chicken eggs and chicken everything. But that's a start. That's a start. Obviously, it would probably help if I had made everything just slightly longer in the first place. Can I plug you into there? Oh, good. Yep. And you into... That'll do. Okay. Do I want that many chicken farms? I honestly don't know. I do know that I'm going to need 1 tile at the back at least to get in the animal feed, maybe 2. So we're going to leave that right there. Ship in battle, location explored, back. We got some stuff. 610. Okay, we'll try a 610. All right. It is also going to put it dangerously close to the coal mine. In saying that, the coal mine has a lot of girth to it still. So I'm not too worried about building on top of the coal. In fact, I'm not too worried about building on top of any of the resources at this stage. All right, so that would be our chicken farms. Now, as I said, if we end up bringing in wheat and other things, I need to sort that out still. So we need to bring in 2 things. We need to bring in water and we need to bring in animal feed. Animal feed's obviously going to come from the ground level, and I'm going to need to put in a bucket. Now, animal feed's not really hard to make at all. Not really hard at all to make. But having enough in stockpile is always something that I've found tricky. So I really recommend if you're going to make animal feed, put in a big box, a really big buffer box, because you're probably going to thank yourself later. Next thing I'm going to need is U-shaped balancer right about here. Because again, I can't let the animal feed back up, because if the animal feed backs up, then that means that's our disposable line for the food, which means that will also back up. Please go to there. Cool. So I need to make sure that animal feed is going to go into here first, and then if it can't go here, we need to find somewhere else for it. Battle. Okay, there's no audio, but apart from that, yeah, Mr. Shippy didn't do well. All right, so we can't take out 610s. Yeah, I think we're done with exploring. At least for a little while. Okay, you are a sulfur mine, I don't care. You're a coal mine, I don't care. You're a uranium mine, which I've already hit the delivery button for. You're a coal mine, you're a limestone, and you're a quartz. All right. Can we then, before we retire Mr. Shippy, click on that so we can load up the materials, and once you're fully loaded, we'll send you off for your last explore to go drop materials to the uranium mine and get it back up and running. All right, so We need to make sure animal feed goes in the box, then goes off to chickens. On top of that, chickens are going to need water, so we need to work out water. Water will come back to... Yes. I'm not going to worry about trying to burn off vegetables or fruit at this stage, because we only have fruit on the line, and we do have corn backed up, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. With corn backed up, it means potatoes are backed up, which means there is a chance this belt might run dry because, well, the belt ends up full of potatoes and can't process through fast enough because... Well, the chances are very slim, but it could happen. Oh, you're done? Okay, you're done. Can I go find the leveling tower? That one. That one. That one. Edit area. Can you get that extra tile in there? And then... Oh, you're also done. Okay, we're going to do that. And... this tower, right? Okay, edit area. You can start working your way around this way. Okay, so that is done, and done, and done, and now I'm supremely happy with that progress. Okay. No, it's the leveling tower. Leveling team. Can I assign you to this gap? Okay, that's complete coverage for our rock pier. Sure, it's a little while away, but we're getting there slowly. Also, I'd really like this one done. Yeah, I'd really like this one done, but that's a whole separate story. Okay, all right, back to our story. Okay, so need to bring food in here. Need to have some space to do other things. Also need to have water. Water, we have a blueprint. We have a blueprint. We have a wonderful blueprint, and that is the desal blueprint, which we're going to put right here. It's not going to have the pumps or anything attached, but, well, we can work that out later, hopefully. Cool. I need to change this up. Okay. We want to have you make steam, and steam goes into this pipe. Actually, first off, where I'm going to build you. Water comes out the top. Okay, can we flip you around, flip you over that way? Okay, water comes out here. Water comes out into this, which is probably fed into there to make sure that we have steam. Okay. We have a boiler that's currently going to be running on coal. We're going to change up this boiler. We're going to have it run on biomass and also on animal feed. Because, like I said, we can't let the animal feed back up. So I want to make sure you're as far to the right as possible, which you are already. And we're going to have an excess belt from animal feed. Let's stop there. Okay, excess belt from animal feed, U-shaped balancer. Okay, and we're gonna need a Mark II belt to go into there. All right, so animal feed is gonna be one of the things we need to burn off. On top of that, there's gonna be a few other things. We'll find a few other things in a second. I am going to preemptively cut that and slide the whole build down 5 tiles. Yeah, I'm gonna preemptively grab our water and plug our water into there. Okay. All right, so that's water plugged in. In theory, we're going to want coal as well. So can I get a storage box for coal? And we're just going to mark you as coal for the moment. Cool. And we'll plug that into there as well. So we sort of know where it needs to be. All right. Food. So this is my food belt. This has all my food currently. We're going to run you... How much? We'll just... I figure I'm probably going to regret these decisions. And I'm trying to plan ahead whilst, well, building all this. Yeah. All right. So that's going to be animal feed. We're going to start with getting these 2 belts done. And then this belt, and then this belt, and then this belt, and this belt. Nope. I said I was going to regret things. I need to... Okay. I need to... Actually, no, we can do it afterwards. Okay, I need to slide this back 3 tiles because I still need to get a few more things in and out of here. Can I get you from there instead? Oh god, that is not the combination I was looking for. Sideways. There you go. And plug my water back in. All right. Okay, so animal feed, or food. Food's going to come in here. It's going to go in a U, and a bucket. That's a start. Yes, our excess is going to come this way and go into a balancer so we can prioritize it into the boiler. Okay, we also need to get seawater down here, and we need to get rid of the brine. So that's probably going to be our next thing that we need to work out. So to do that, I need to get a couple of pumps. How much water do we need? We need 108 times 3, so I need 3 lots of 108, and I have 42 brine multiplied by 3, which is 120. Yeah, so I need 2 pumps, 3 dumps. 3 pumps, 2 dumps. 3 pumps, 2 dumps. Okay, so now I need to find somewhere to put some pumps, dumps. Now, this is where my first problem comes in. I put wonderful soil along here, so we had some topsoil. So in theory, I could put farms up here. We haven't put any farms up here. Later problem. But I can't get you to go there because the pipes are in the way. And that's a problem. And that's a problem. Oh my gosh. That's a problem because we're hitting less iron ore. What are you set to? Can I get a 25% notice instead? Cool. All right. I can't put them underneath these pipes, which means I can remove the pipes and rearrange the pipes, do all sorts of things. My other option is I can put them over here where I don't have dirt. And that would be good, except somebody put a pillar in the way of every single one of these. So the easy answer is we just need to remove the pillars. The problem is they're holding up the pipes, which is something that's pretty hard to remove. But it turns out there is an answer. There is an answer. If you take a pipe, a ghost pipe, and you put it where there are already connectors, and then you remove them, starting at the top, working your way down, it means the pillars go away. So we're going to put in a pump with another ghost pipe, please. Cool. And a ghost pipe from there. And remove you, and remove you. And another pump, please. Cool. And then one more. And another pump. And then we'll leave you so we have some realism. Actually, we might go this way. We'll leave you and we'll put you in there and you in there. At the same time, I'll do this one. And top, bottom. And then dumps. Can I? Well, technically, I could squeeze a dump in here. Sure, we're going to put a dump there. And can I put a second dump here? I'm going to set you to brine, and we're going to set you to brine. All right. So that's my pumps and my dumps. Now, the next problem I have is, well, as you can see with the amount of trucks coming through here, it's a bit of a thoroughfare. It's sort of an important little section that we use. So I'm going to need to put in a bridge here. Sure. We're going to get you built, and we're going to go with pipe mark 3 from here to here, because I have potentially 300 seawater I need to throw into this pipe. So that would be 100. Oh, actually, no, we need to go straight to pipe 3, pretty much for everything. You plus you plus you. Okay. On top of that, I'm going to have a brine return pipe, which is like 200-ish brine, which we can plug into you, and then I can plug into you. Okay, so that is our pumps and our dumps. All right, then I need to get them over to, well, where we're planning on building all this. So you are going to go full goat right the way across the side of the mountain, because this is tiles that I can't use to build on, so we might as well use them and run pipes on. Yeah, up and over works for me. Where are we going? We're going to there. Sure, you can just hang out there for a minute. And you... to there, to there, to there, there. Come on. I know you like goating. I know you like goating. I've seen it before. All right. So I need to plug them into back here, which means, again, another buildings for vehicles. Yeah. One of them. Sure. That looks good to me. And no, we can take a shortcut down there because that is far too steep. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to bring you right size pipe, please. Me adjusting the pipe up and down does nothing. Okay. There. You're going to miss out by a tile. Can we go like 2 tiles further? Yeah, that just scrapes through. Can I go 1 tile further? No, we're just going to move the bridge over. Height 2? Height 2. Let's go to height 2. You're trying so hard, pipe. Nope. There to there to underneath. And seawater is... actually, can I just drag this all the way to the end? Okay, that's seawater. That's a seawater. And that's a seawater. And we'll just upgrade you to the next tier of pipe and run you both together. Probably works if you work better in the opposite direction. Okay, move the bridge over a tile, and then let's go get the brine pipe, which is... Really? I really would like to plug into the end of that pipe, please. Okay. Here to here to here to height 3, sure, and there, and please stop it. Okay, and then under, and then back up to height 2, and oh, there's a bucket there. There to there to there. Cool, done. All right. Brine pipe goes to the right, it exits that way, seawater comes in here. Great. Can I get that built, that built, that built, and that built? That way we at least feel like we accomplished something. Can I get all of this built? Okay, you have deliveries off, you have water, you have coal, you could technically start working. Okay, can I also build that part so you can actually run water into yourself? Okay. Loose supply has no iron ore. That sounds bad. I really don't want to pull somebody off this exact team, but I don't think I have a choice. Okay, so we're going to go back to this exact team. We're going to remove you and assign you back to doing iron because I don't have a choice. We sort of can't run out of iron ore. Did you pick a truck? I don't know how you... Whatever. Okay, all right. So that should solve that problem. Okay, we can remove... No, we'll leave that for right now. All right, so animal feed is going to animal feed box. We're burning off just corn currently. Eventually, we're going to have potatoes come in, I assume, unless we're not growing them fast enough and we're eating them too fast. I don't actually know. All right, but I like having food so I don't have to worry about balancing it. All right, so once we've got to here, I want to extend out this belt. All right, next thing I want to do is transports. We want to have a U-shaped balancer. I'm going to have 1, 2 of these guys. Okay. We're going to be pulling off animal feed. I'm going to be pulling off biomass because we have... Oh, yes. And then I need to loop this back into itself. Okay. As we can see, some corn comes past, so that's a problem. I need to make sure that that doesn't happen long term. So we're going to loop the belt back onto itself. Therefore, if any corn comes through, it has to get processed eventually. On top of that, we're going to take our animal feed, because we are about to put animal feed on this belt, and plug that in there. Can I get that, and that, and that, and that, and that belt? So at least then you can start looping around circles. All right. You are going to be a priority in for other animal feed that we're about to dump onto this belt. Okay. Which means I need to go find out other animal feed. So over here, we're making corn mash. Corn mash has a byproduct of animal feed. And the animal feed, well, I was just putting into a bucket. And then from the bucket, I was putting into a boiler. Because I need steam up here at oil, and it was a good spot to get rid of it. But I'd like to take that animal feed and pull it all the way back and run it back into the town. At the same time, I have biomass here that we're bringing up to over there to burn off to, because we need steam. I can instead take that biomass and put it in here, where I also need steam. So that's the other thing I want to do. And I want you to probably go into there as the priority. Both of you are priority. Yeah, both of you are priority. Yeah. So, and can I get that built as well? All right, we need to get that done. Now, the best way for me to do that is come to here where biomass splits off. Well, it starts going in that direction. Bring you back a tile or two. And just take this belt and plug it in there. With that small addition done, well, of course you're the wrong speed. Why could you not be the same slow speed as everybody else? All your friends. Please. Slow, fast. Cool. That'll put biomass on the belt. Now, once it's going to go through here, it's not potato, so it's not going to get pulled off. It's not corn, it's not going to get pulled off, which means it's going to have to go into this one, which is, well, basically our overflow for absolutely everything at this point. And then it's going to go off to, well, here, where it can't go into you. Well, technically it could. There are recipes we could be using. Like I could turn my biomass straight into compost right here, and then have compost on the same belt. Yeah, mess. Let's just put it here. It's going to pass through these machines into this sorter, at which point it's going to get dumped in here, and hopefully go in here and get turned into, well, steam to give us water to run the chickens, which we haven't got set up and running yet. But that's the plan. On top of that, that means that this whole belt up here, I can reverse it. Also means that that bucket I can remove. And this belt I can also reverse. With this reversed and plugged in there, it means that my animal feed that's coming out going to this box could just be reversed, or it could go straight through from there to there. Which means I'm going to remove you and you and you. Also means that this boiler has nothing to boil anymore. So we're going to remove you and remove you and remove you and remove you and remove you. As long as I hold down Control and Shift at the same time, it spends the uni. Well, Control spends the uni to make it disappear, and Shift does the whole line back to wherever it came from. So we're going to put our biomass and now animal feed on this belt. It's going to come through here. If it's not corn and not potato, it pops into here. And then if it can't get processed in here, it's going to pop out here or here and either go into the great animal feed box or over here where it should get burnt. Now, I'm going to have a storage problem. Do I have enough room? Not really. Can I make enough room? Yes. I want to fix this because otherwise I guarantee you it's going to come back and haunt me. Let's remove a couple of tiles off that. Go away, copy you, put you there. Uni build you, remove you. Can I put in a box? Just a little box, doesn't have to be massive. There to there to there. And we still in theory have coal. We'll get to the coal eventually. Okay, that should solve that problem. Okay, biomass goes into there, corn goes around circles, animal feed. Okay, so you make steam. Cool. Steam makes us water. Water comes this way and then into this pipe and then goes into our wonderful chicken farms. Can I get a chicken farm built and a couple of belts and we're good to go. Now, I'm going to disable slaughtering for right now because I have no way of dealing with the meat, but I don't really have a way of dealing with the eggs just yet either. I need to build that pipe because that seems important, and we're going to add the backup. We'll add the backup coal. Until we're using a decent amount of water, we're not going to be using a decent amount of coal. So I don't actually think we'll be using this much to start with, but we'll see. Okay, so that should be you having water and animal feed. Great. Now I need actual chickens. What do you have? You have dirt. Okay, what's the story with that dirt? Dirt. It's done. Okay, edit area, there to there. Edit area, there to there. Okay. No place, no... Oh my god, it's full. Oh, you've been working so hard and it filled up. Just upgrade the bucket. Low supply of iron ore still, but you have a dedicated diggy boy. Yep. Who's a mega diggy boy, so he shouldn't take long to catch up. We're going to remove that. And that. And you're already on the flat, so we're going to angle you down. Going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. And then go flat again for another 3. Yeah, iron's going to start zigzagging down as well. We'll see how far they get. Okay, so that should solve that problem, that problem. Now, my next problem is the trading dock. The trading dock is what I need to actually get in chickens. And I'm not ready to put it in. I'm not ready to put it in because, well, first off, I need to remove the old one. I need to put it over there. And I can't currently. You are loaded with parts to go to the uranium mine, which is there. Go visit that. Cool. Docks. I don't care about that one. But trading dock. All right, I'm probably going to end up moving this. Oh, actually, can I put you in? Okay, you're built. I'm happy with you. Whilst we're here, can we just get a quick cosmetic job done? Both vehicles, retaining walls. You are a 6, but you stick out to here. Okay, so I want to put a retaining wall there, and there, and there, and there. Up one. There. Oh, the dump's in the way. And if you go back and tell the pumps are in the way. We'll come back to that section, but I can do that section at least. And copy that. And you should fit in almost nicely between there and there. You just need a short and a short and a, yep. And then that should copy and paste into there perfectly. Cool. Retaining walls. They're a mistake. We don't want those ones. But we will have the other ones. Yes, I like the little retaining walls. I don't need you running and dock. So, cargo docks, trading dock, ideally right here in the middle, but for the moment, we'll just shove you there. Actually, we won't shove you there. I want to copy that as well from there to there, and that should paste right over the top, I think. It looks good. Does it plug in? It does plug in. Can I get that built? And I need to set you to off and off. You're already set to off and off. You've been paused. And okay. Now I'll finally put in the trading dock. Okay, trading dock. Done. All right. Dump truck. Can't find anywhere to dumpy. Okay, this is what I mentioned. With doing these rock piers, if you have too many trucks trying to dump at the same time and not enough fronts to dump on, then they run into this situation where they complain, I've got nowhere to dump, which leads to a truck doing a half dump and then having to drive all the way back and then waiting and then doing it again and then again and again. It's suboptimal. So the easiest answer is we just widen things out a little bit. Also means that you guys can dig straight through to there. Reasonably confident. And actually, can I do that and that? That'll make me more confident. Okay, where are we up to? We're up to here. There. This is doing all right currently because there's obviously less of them doing dumping. Okay, you rimming team is going to be unassigned from these two towers. Yeah, I actually... Okay, so you are doing the one on the right, and you're doing the one on the left. And I have no idea who's doing this extra box in here. That would be... the one on the right there. Yeah, that's okay for now. All right, low supply of concrete slabs. Really? Oh, I just built a crap ton of retaining walls. That'll do the job. All right, back to you. I have the chicken farm. It's all ready to go. In a trading, we needs a reputation for be at least 2. Really? Who's the trade? It's you. Okay. All right. Well, turns out I'm not going to have this done. We're going to have to end this episode here. We need Mr. Shippy. Actually, we're going to unpause you and have you guys... Nope, we can't unpause you. 25 workers. We can do 25 workers. Yeah. We can bring Mr. Shippy all the way home. We can load up some parts to go donate to them so we can get up to the next tier. So we can have chickens. We'll talk about chickens in the next episode. Meanwhile, our bucket has a decent amount of animal feed in it. Because we're not using animal feed, well, we don't have chickens, we're not using the water, which means this is going to potentially back up, which I don't have a plan for. I do have a plan, but we haven't implemented the plan yet. Turns out that needs to go in there. And maybe by the next episode we'll have to implement the plan, but for right now I need to call this episode here. We've got a lot done, at least it feels like it. Not really, but we still need to actually give the people chickens and potentially deal with the chicken meat, but they're gonna have to happen in the next episode. We do have another cargo dock. We've started putting in the cosmetics, and in theory, I get some trades done next episode for some chickens. But like I said, I need to call this video here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the very next video. All right, bye.